Okay, good morning. Today is Sunday and I'm a little bit tired. I was in the sun yesterday for 5 hours, so I'm a little bit tired, but I want to finish this series with part 15, talking about Jericho, Gilgal, the Galilee, and Kadesh, which was one of the man-slaughtered cities in Israel. We had Kadesh of Naphtali, we have Shechem of Joseph, and we have Hebron of Judah. So I want to talk about, the first question is, why is the Galilee called the Galilee? Where does this name come from? Gal, it comes from the name circle or round or wheel. It's connected with that. Now when Joshua crossed the Jordan River, before he destroyed Jericho, they were camping in a place called Gilgal because they all got circumcised, and it was called Gilgal because God rolled off the evil from Egypt. By circumcising them, they were kind of cut off from all the Egyptian idolatry and sexual immorality, etc. So that's why the place was called Gilgal. And what's the connection to Galilee? Kadesh is a city, a manslaughter city in the Galil. It says in the Hebrew Galil, or in the area of Glilot. It's the same area. Glilot is when the children, okay, we're jumping. Joshua chapter 22. The children of Gad, Reuben, and Manasseh built an altar around the Jordan area as a witness that they are part of Israel. They didn't build it to offer sacrifices on the altar, but they built the altar to prove that they, on the other side of the Jordan River, are part of Israel. But what it says in the Hebrew is, in the Hebrew it says, Glilot she'avar b'nei Israel. So that's the crossing point where they crossed the Jordan. That's where they built the altar in Joshua chapter 22, and that's why it's called Glilot, because it's connected with Gilgal. Okay, so where does the name Kadesh come from? Kadesh means holy, kadosh, separate, holy. Why? My theory is that Gilgal, which is basically Tel Chatzor in northern Israel, is Jericho according to my research. And Tel Chatzor has an upper city and a lower city. The upper city is Jericho, and the lower city is Gilgal, where they were camped, where they got circumcised, and where the angel appeared to Joshua and said, remove your shoes, just like we see at Mount Sinai. Remove your shoes because you are now in the land of Israel, the Holy Land. Remove your shoes and give respect to the Holy Land. Okay. That's why Gilgal, the name was changed to Kadesh, because of the angel that Joshua saw. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's my theory, basically. Tel Chatzor, upper city, Jericho, lower city, Gilgal, which is also Kadesh of Naphtali. And we see in the book of Joshua, chapter 19, that the tribe of Naphtali reaches Judah at the Jordan. And if you see in my maps, Judah goes south of Jericho because Jericho belonged to Benjamin. In other words, Judah's border went south of Tel Chatzor. And Chatzor was divided into Naphtali, which owned Kadesh, which is Gilgal, and Benjamin owned Jericho. So Benjamin owned Tel Chatzor, and Naphtali owned Kadesh, which is the lower city of Tel Chatzor. Okay. I really wanted to talk about that. And now I want to talk about Mount Gaash. Okay? Joshua, son of Nun, was buried on the north of Mount Gaash. Where does this name come from, Gaash? Why was it called Gaash? Gaash means to shake or earthquake. And why was it called Mount Gaash? This is evidence that Mount Ephraim is actually Mount Sinai. Because in Exodus chapter 19, we see that the Mount Sinai was with lightning and darkness and cloud, and the whole mountain shook. That's what it says in the Hebrew. It's a different word. It's not Gaash, it's Yechared, but it also means to shake. It's a different way of saying it, and that's why it was called Mount Gaash. So this proves that Joshua, son of Nun, is buried in Mount Sinai, which is the Meron region, and that's basically what I wanted to talk about. That's also, I should have put it in the names of the Garden of Eden. It was Shiloh, but also it was called Mount Gaash in relation to Mount Sinai. So that's another name of Sinai, of the region. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. That's what I wanted to discuss. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.